All right, good afternoon, everybody. We are live on Facebook. Those of you that are watching us via Facebook Live, if you are an entrepreneur at heart, if you're a person that has a job or maybe you're a professional, you're looking for a way to generate residual income, create additional income streams coming into your home, into your family, building a legacy for your retirement, for your children's children, then you have come to the right place. I am so excited about this information that I'm preparing to share with you guys until I almost don't know how to contain myself. The name of this company is Karatbars International, and is presented by our extraordinary team under the awesome leadership of Mr. Ty Best, Wealth Builders Worldwide. So those of you that are here with me on goldrocks.info, if you can hear me real good, type a Y in the chat room. I'm making sure I'm being heard. Those on Facebook Live, if you can hear me, type a Y in the chat room. Make sure we're transmitting clearly because I don't want you to miss any of this information. We've got a couple of hundred of our family members here on Gold Rocks. They're sharing the video out all over the world. This is urgent. This is super urgent. People are hurting. People are hurting bad, and we have a solution, and I cannot wait to tear into this information. So let me just stop being so verbose, and let me get into the information that you came here to listen to. All right, my name is Mike Dalcoe. My moniker is the CEO. No, I am not the owner of Karatbars. The CEO stands for Continuously Empowering Others. This is my lovely wife, Monisha Dalcoe. No, that is not my daughter. So I don't want to hear any father-daughter jokes right there. That's my wife. We're actually 7 months apart, and she is just absolutely my guiding force and helps me in this business. I've been in Karatbars now for a little over 6 years. I spent 15 years as a mortgage banker before I found Karatbars, or before it found me. And I have not worked a job. March the 3rd of this year will be 6 years of freedom because of the information I'm about to share with you. My wife worked 20 years as a corporate trainer. We are both now full-time retired Karatbars affiliates and loving it. Quick disclaimer, I'm not a financial advisor. I don't have a Series 6. All the calculations here are for illustration purposes only and do not represent actual earnings. So I'm not here to tell you what to do with your money. As a matter of fact, there is virtually no risk at all in Karatbars, as you will see in the upcoming presentation. So if you've been looking for a better way to find your way through this financial jungle, you have absolutely come to the right place. So got to start with where you are right now. A lot of times we jump ahead and we start talking about where we want to be, but we got to start with where are we? So where are you right now in your life? Where are you? What progress have you made? So to figure this out, let's ask yourself a few simple questions. First question, where are you right now? Now, this is an easy question to answer because you have this actually in literature. It's in black and white. Pull up your bank account statement, pull up your 401k statement, look in your safes or wherever you stash your cash, and add up all your wealth, all of your liquid assets, all of your assets as a whole. Add up all of your wealth. How much is your car worth? What do you have in the bank and your 401k, retirement funds, stocks, bonds? Add up all your wealth. And then go and add up all your bills. So if you amassed $125,000 of wealth, but you owe $230,000 on your car, go ahead and start your net worth with a negative and find out where you are right now. If you owe money on your car, take all your debts and add everything up and then subtract all of your expenses and your liabilities from what you are worth, and that'll come up with your net worth. And see if it's positive or negative. See what that number is, and that'll tell you where you are right now. The next question you want to ask yourself is, are you where you want to be? Where would you like to be in the future? And then the final question that makes you determine whether you need to even stay on this platform and watch this presentation or not. Here it is. If you keep doing for the next 10 years what you did for the last 10 years, will you reach your goals? That's the question to ask. And if you can answer that with an emphatic yes, then you may not need this presentation. And even if you look for even better ways, you might still want to stay on. But that's the $1,000,000 question. And the truth is, we don't have enough time to keep doing what we've been doing. Here's a matrix timeline. I love sharing this with people. This is what 95% of the people in the world do. They start the school system around age 5 or 6, and they stay in school until they graduate high school at around 18 years old. Then they do 4 years of college around age 22, and they spend 2 or 4 more years in some postgraduate work, and they're out of the college system by age 26. So by then they spent 21 years of their lives in a system that's been designed for a specific purpose, which we may or may not talk about. I'm trying to keep myself calm, so I don't want to work myself up, but that system has been designed to help you get a job. So you typically go get a job and work for 40 years. The average lifespan on a job is 4.5 years. I want y'all to do me a quick favor. Let's do some interaction right here. Type in the chat rooms, whether you're on Facebook Live or on goldrocks.info, type how long you've worked on your longest job. How long was your longest employment? Let's kind of get a poll here. I know what the statistics say on the internet. Okay, I see 8 years, 6 years, 28 years. That's amazing. 20 years, 15, 14, 10, 12, 30, 14, 4, 6.5, 32, 28, 32, 40, 11 months, 16 years, 15 years, 5 years, 1 month, 32. Oh, wow, this is incredible. 8 years, 20 years. Okay, we've got some people that have been pretty stable on their jobs. 7 years, 14 years, 43 years, 43 years on one job. That's amazing. 2 years, Dalen, 34 years, 3 years, 20 years, 6 years. You guys are beating the national average. The average length on a job is 4.5 years, 6 years, 15, 45, 23. But now you're a free man, Lord Kingsley. I love it. 12 years, 15 years. I did 20 years over a decade ago, 2 years, 8 months, 19 years, 2 years, 2 years. Okay. And I know myself, I've had, okay, here's an even more fun little experiment. How many jobs have you had in your life? Type in the number of jobs you've had on your way to those long jobs. How many jobs have you had? Type that in. 3 jobs, 20 jobs. That's me, CC. 20 jobs, 4 jobs, 20 jobs, 15, 8, 4, lost count, 10, at least 15, 3, 4, 15 jobs, 4, 10 jobs, 3 jobs. Okay, so now I'm seeing where the average is coming from. So some people do 10 jobs and then finally find a job they can stay on for 20 years. But they did 10 jobs, average of 1 year apiece. I get it. So now I understand the average. So I had to ask a better question. 5 jobs, 6 jobs, Maria Johnson, 5 jobs, Sarah, 12 jobs, Tiffany, 6, Sheila Nolan, 5, Curtis, 8 jobs, Glasser, 10 jobs. Wow. So I guess we agree that can't count Tony White. I guess we agree. Most people work a lot of jobs. Andre Little, almost free. I'm loving it. Andre, we're going to celebrate with you too, brother. 4 jobs, 25 plus jobs to include my full-time. Yeah, to include your full-time. 2 jobs, Pastor Chandler, 4 jobs, 15 jobs, Andre Little. Okay, so Dalen says she can't sit still at one job. But the point is, we have a bunch of jobs and we work for 40 years. So now if you add the 40 years working and the 21 years in the school system, now you can retire maybe, but you're dazed and confused. Why are you dazed and confused? Here's why. This math is horrible. Horrible math. The average life expectancy in America is 81 years old. That means most people die around 81 years old. Now, some people live a little bit longer. Some people live a lot less. But 81 is an average. So that means after you retire, the average life expectancy after retirement would be about 16 years. And according to the Economic Policy Institute, the average retirement savings of all working families between 32 and 61 is only $95,000. Whole family savings, only $95,000. If you've got more than $95,000, You're beating the national average. But here's the problem. After you retire with 100 grand, you're older and you're sicker, and healthcare costs are exploding. We're arguing every day over whether we need a healthcare overhaul, but the point of the matter is we don't have a real good healthcare system here in the United States. Now, whatever country you're in right now, some countries have pretty good healthcare, but not here in America. Our healthcare is very expensive. And as you get older and leave the workforce, you don't have consistent income coming in and your healthcare costs are exploding. So you're hustling backwards. And so what happens, you retire, you're older, sicker, you got a 401k, which is more of a 40k because it's a stock. The 401k is a stock market solution to what used to be called a pension. And the pension was a really fair and honest plan where companies had a legal binding right to take care of you in your old age if you worked for them for long enough and it was fully vested. You could be guaranteed a substantial and stable retirement income. Somehow, some politicians got together and they were bought by the 401k and Wall Street, and they made laws that allowed companies to switch their pension over to a 401k. And boy, Katie, bar the door, everything started to collapse. And Social Security is slated to run out by 2034. So people have to end up, instead of retiring with some dignity, they retire depending on family and friends, a little bit of Social Security. They downsize their home. They worked hard all their life to live in their dream home. They end up selling it because they can't afford to eat and buy medicine. They end up jumping back into the workforce. And then by age 81, that national average, they're finally debt free, or should we say dead free. Dazed and confused. This system is working less and less. It's an industrial age idea that no longer serves your purposes. It doesn't work for you. And you cannot outwork your financial retirement needs. It's just impossible. It's impossible to outrun an exponential inflation with declining linear incomes. It just doesn't work. The numbers don't work. So we end up going to school for 12 years, going to college for 4 more years, doing everything we were told to do, thinking that that should lead to a good retirement, and it doesn't. My brother and I are taking care of my mother right now. And let me ask this question. Let's participate again. Yes, Rashida One, shook. Let me ask you guys this. How many of you are, or you know someone who's taking care of their parents because this system did not work? Type me in the chat room. You're taking care of an elderly parent, or you know someone that's taking care of an elderly parent, type me, and I guarantee you everybody's going to type me. Yes, Sarah Voorhees, look at that poor baby. Somebody told them about this plan, and they were like, they knew, even as a baby, this is not going to work. That's why the millennials are not having it. They're looking for a better way, right? Carrie said, taking care of it. Somebody said, who is that, said their aunt. So it's not even your parents. Some people, Charlene, I have, and now my aunt. Oh, okay. You know people that are doing this. And folks, we all know somebody who's taking care of elderly people. As a matter of fact, there's an outbreak of Alzheimer's, and Alzheimer's has turned into a major for-profit industry. It's people investing in drugs for Alzheimer's. And that makes me wonder, where does Alzheimer's come from? And, you know, there was no cancer on the planet around 1930. Where did this cancer come from? And there were very few cases of kidney disease and all this dialysis, for-profit dialysis clinics. Where all this kidney disease come from? All these for-profit health care industries, where did they come from? This is really interesting. Yeah, right? It wasn't here when I started nursing. I hear you, Charlene Kelly. Where did all this stuff come from? We created diseases and then created whole for industries, for-profit industries, to take care of these mysteriously ill people. I mean, I'm not a real big conspiracy-minded guy, but God dog it. I look up in the sky and I see these chemicals they call chemtrails, and then the Pentagon says is to block people from spying on our, I don't know, guys, I don't know. I don't know. I want to know. And I'm not quick to buy conspiracy theories, but dadgummit, I need to understand what's going on. Joby Gates said it's a mystery. Not. Folks, something's not right. And there are two societies. There's the ruling class, and then there's everybody else. And hey, I'm a proud everybody else member. I'm in the everybody else class. I'm proud of it because that ruling class, man, they got some issues. They need some prayer, okay? Because they make laws and enact regulations that don't necessarily serve us. And I'm gonna get off of this in a second. The system is broken. I gotta say one more thing. Let's don't argue about fossil fuels and oil and whether we should drill or not drill, baby drill, or stop drilling. Let's don't have that political argument. Let's get off of that. Let's have a common sense argument. If a car will drive without oil and the energy is renewable where you don't have to drill anymore, all you got to do is plug it in and electricity is renewed by the sun. Why would we not go towards electricity? A Tesla will blow the doors off the fastest Corvette, off the fastest gas-powered Corvette. So why wouldn't we drive electric cars? Why wouldn't there be a greater push to get rid of the oil? Wars are fought over oil. The United States dollar is backed by our military, and no one can understand why the United States government always backs Saudi Arabia. Ladies and gentlemen, follow the money. Follow the money. Oil equals wars equals more money. Thank you, Sarah Voorhees. I'm not a conspiracy theorist, and I'm not a hater, and I'm not a political advocate, really, because I really see behind the veil. It's just two sides of one coin, Republican, Democrat, because neither one of them will buck the system. There's a problem, and we've got to find it. We're sacrificing our lives on the altar of corporate America, and they're buying our politicians, making the laws that work for them, not you. You're either in the ruling class or you're in being ruled. And most of us are being ruled, voting for the ruling class and fighting each other about whether we love Obama or Trump. I love me and my family. The most important economy is the one in your own home. I don't pledge allegiance to either side. I pledge allegiance to this house. I fly under this family's flag, my last name family crest. And that's what you need to do. So let me move on with the real information. You didn't come here to hear me preach, but I'm here. I got a little audience. A couple of people are listening to me today. So let me let her rip, okay? So you don't have enough time to keep doing what you're doing. Every second that you spend doing a task needs to be towards your highest payoff activity. And it's not all about money. It's not about money at all. It's about it not being about money. Okay, it's not about the money. It's about it not being about the money. When your money is straight, you can resolve a lot of these issues. So let's talk about ways to resolve it. I love what Mr. Warren Buffett says. He says, if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die. There's this other very famous and even more handsome gentleman than Mr. Warren Buffett. His name is Mr. Mike Dalcoe. And Mr. Dalcoe says, if you don't find out what real money is, you will work until you die. And so we need to define money because we spend our whole life working for this stuff. And we don't even know anything about money. So what is money? If you're going to spend your whole life doing something, if you're going to spend your whole life chasing something, wouldn't you want to find out what that something is? Okay, so let's find out what money is. The definition of money. Anything that is defined as money must be a store of value. It must store your labor. It must be worth as much or more in the future as it is today. And ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about what you need to build wealth. So you need to know what money is. You need a good financial education. You also need to create residual income. You need to accumulate appreciating assets. You need to outpace inflation. And you need to understand and maximize taxes. There are a couple of other things that you can do here, but they're incorporated in these things. Creating residual income means to build a business. We're going to talk about that. But there are some things you need to do, and these are the top 4. Create residual income, because if you don't get residual income, you will work until you die. You need to accumulate appreciating assets, because assets outrun inflation. And you need to understand and maximize taxes. Whether you know it or not, taxes are your biggest expense.
Oh my gosh.
Where's all your money gone, Donnie?
Taxes. 6, 9, 10, 11. Let me fix my houses.
Bug, it's okay. It's part of the game.
No, it's not.
It's
not fun.
It's not fun to what?
It's the worst part of the game.
It's what?
Taxes.
That's real talk, man. If you don't understand taxes, it truly is the worst part of the game. That little kid couldn't breathe for a minute, and he's just playing Monopoly. And what's so funny, you need to play Monopoly with your kids. I'm gonna have a Monopoly night with my kids, because that's some real stuff. The little kid off the side and said, "Oh, let me fix my houses." The little kid playing with them understands the game, how money works. You trade some of that cash for assets. And when somebody lands on your property, they got to pay taxes. So we need an answer. So what are you going to do about it? What's the answer? There is a better way. Robert Kiyosaki made famous this quadrant called the cash flow quadrant. And pretty much all income models are encapsulated within one of these 4 quadrants. The first quadrant that 95% of the people in the world follow is employee. They're employees. They work for someone else. They have a job, and they have the guise and the illusion of security because they believe that they're never going to get fired. Type in the chat rooms on Facebook Live and Gold Rocks if you've ever lost a job by either being fired, downsized, laid off. Type it in the chat room, me. Just type me if you've ever been fired, downsized, or laid off, right? So you're seeing all these me's. Obviously, there's not a lot of security because almost everyone was either fired, laid off, or downsized. And that's because there's somebody out in the sales force that's creating the income to make sure you keep your job and keep getting your check. Look at all those me's. So we got a lot of stuff in common here, ladies and gentlemen. 95% of the people in the world have worked for someone else and have probably been fired in a job, okay? And then the next quadrant is the S quadrant. That means you own a job, right? You work for yourself. You may be a lawn care specialist and you cut grass, or you cut hair, or you own a restaurant, or you're a beautician, or you are a locksmith, or you or a doctor or a lawyer, but no one works for you, then you just own a job. Because if you don't go to work, like I had a guy come in and do some home improvements today. He owns a home improvement company, but his daughter works for him, and that's it. If they don't work, they don't get paid. They don't have a system. So the third quadrant is the B quadrant, the big business. This means you have 500 or more employees or associates that work with you or for you. You own a system. And then the I quadrant, which means money works for you. So the number one principle to build wealth is that you need to own a business, and not just any business. You need to own a business on the rich side of the quadrant. Because if you own a business on the poor side of the quadrant, you're just hustling backwards. You need to own a leveraged business that maximizes the B and I quadrant, and it maximizes tax deductions, and it lets your money work for you. Well, folks, I've got great news. that business answers all the main four, and it puts you on the right side of the cash flow quadrant. That business is Karatbars International. Now, if you need to own a business to be wealthy, most people that own a major size business, they become wealthy. The odds are just reversed. 95% of people who work a job die broke. 95% of the people that own a large business, they die wealthy and they pass on wealth to their posterity. So Karatbars International is going to show you how to be on the right side of that cash flow quadrant. And the product that we have is freedom. That's what we came to share with you today. The product is freedom. It's owning a business that's leveraged that gives you true freedom. So let's talk about Karatbars. What is it? Karatbars was founded in 2011, is the largest distributor of small gold bars and small transaction-friendly weights in the whole world. We are number one, the number one distributor of small gold bars in the whole world. We're located in Stuttgart, Germany, just across the street from Mercedes-Benz headquarters. We actually share a cafeteria with Mercedes-Benz headquarters, not Mercedes-Benz dealership. I'm talking about the global headquarters. We're directly across the street in the very prestigious business district there in Stuttgart, Germany. I've been blessed to visit that location on 2 separate occasions. If you're in Karatbars, you need to make a plan to go there. You will be mind blown, I promise you. And then our CEO and founder, Dr. Harold Constantine Seitz, amazing entrepreneur. His story is nothing short of just staggering. I actually have his book. He's an author of 2 books. This one, Think Big, and it tells his life story and his meteoric rise to success. And he's also featured on magazines around the world. They actually have called him the King of Gold because he's innovated gold and made it accessible and a financial opportunity for the masses that choose it. His mission is to produce the highest quality of gold available in the market, making it easily accessible to the masses of honest people at a price point everyone can afford. His goal is that he helps millions find financial freedom from the current system of debt. Audience participation time, one more time. How many of you are better off today than you were before finding out about Karatbars and meeting Dr. Harold Constantine Seitz? Type me in the chat room. All right. Throwing up hearts and all kind of stuff on Facebook. Yeah, get those hearts going. I love it. Go ahead and hit those hearts. I'm going to hit some hearts myself. Thank you, Dr. Seitz. I know he follows us sometimes and he'll see these presentations. You are appreciated, sir. So you could own any business. So why a gold business? Because due to the expense of gold, most people find it difficult to acquire large gold bars. What we've done with Karatbars is allow you to start saving appreciating assets, gold, in small transaction-friendly increments. See, it's gold closed yesterday at 1557. It went down a little bit today. Let's see where it is right now. Gold is at 1551. So it takes 1551 to get an ounce of gold, all right? But you could get a gram of gold, a tenth of a gram of gold for about $7. So what Dr. Seitz did is he made it affordable and transaction friendly for anyone who wants it to own gold. And if you look at the history of gold versus paper, if your great grandparents had $100,000 in cash in 1932, today it would be worth about $2,000 in buying power. That's because gold can't save. It's not a store of value. It's not real money. Gold is real money. If you had $100,000 converted into gold in 1932, today it'd be worth over $6 million accumulated wealth. Because gold is a store of value. In 1920, you could buy a brand new Ford Model T for $645. You could also cash in a kilogram of gold. It was worth about $720. So you could have cashed the gold in, bought the car, and had change left over to go to dinner and a movie. Today, that car costs $40,000. Of course, you think it should cost more because look at it, it looks better. But ladies and gentlemen, you can still take that same kilogram of gold, cash it in at a gold dealer, and get about $52,000. You could buy the truck and have 12 grand left over, and that's more than dinner and a movie. Gold is increasing in buying power. The dollar is decreasing. So where Here's a question to make sure you're paying attention. If the dollar is going down in value and gold is going up in value, where should you park your cash, in gold or cash? Type it in, gold or cash, which one? This is easy. This is why I love Karatbars. This is super easy. Gold. I haven't seen anybody type cash yet. That means I'm explaining it good, or y'all are brilliant, or both. This is look, you talk about a good business to be in. How about a business where every single living human being on the planet needs this product? Now, I don't think I've ever said that like that out of my mouth. I haven't even gotten to what we call the good part, because I know you're thinking, what's in it for me? And I want to make some money. I'm going to teach you that. But before we even get there, I need to make sure you are firmly rooted in this simplicity right here. Not one person has typed cash, not one. There's over 200 and some people on Facebook Live. There's over 250 people here at goldrocks.info, and no one has typed cash. Not one living, breathing human. Nobody's gonna argue with that? No one? I mean, I guess when you look at that slide right there, it's pretty hard to argue with that, but not one argument. So there are a lot of great businesses, a lot of them. I mean, truly, one of my good friends shared with me an awesome product. I'm probably going to use the product. I'm probably going to use it. Excellent communications product. But everybody doesn't need it. I mean, there are some people who don't do Facebook. They don't do they don't own a business. They don't do anything. So they don't need the product. But ladies and gentlemen, this is a product that everybody needs, because it's not just a product, it's an asset. And if you're trying to say, let me ask another question. This is kind of a funny question right here, but I'm serious about it. Is there anybody out there who knows for a fact you're gonna get older and you're gonna need to retire? Type me in the chat room. You know you're not going to live forever. Type me. And I'm probably going to get everybody on here. If you don't type me, then you're from some other dimension, and we need to find out some secrets on how to live longer and healthier, right? But the point is, we're all going to get older, and we're all going to need to retire. Hopefully we won't get sicker, but we're all going to die, and we all want to leave an inheritance for our children's children. So you're in a business that not only every single living, breathing, a baby needs gold. You need to start saving tenths of a gram for your babies. Everybody needs, not one person is exempt from this. I'm so fired up right now. Gold Rock family, I've never said that before. I almost need you guys' help to come pull me off this ledge. I almost can't finish the presentation because this is so stinking good. Everybody needs gold. No one is exempt. You talk about a business with a massive potential. There's no one on the planet that doesn't need our product. Oh, Dante, my brother, I need help. This is too good. So you're in a business where everybody, every single human being needs the product. There's no one who does not need our product. Now, there are people who may not get it for whatever reason, financial ignorance, but everybody needs the product that we have. If you're sharing Karatbars on your page and you're in Karatbars and you're sharing it with someone, ladies and gentlemen, get back with them, if for no other reason than to get a free gold savings account and start saving gold right now. I told people about this 6 years ago who didn't join. 6 years later, gold was 1105 when I told them. Today is 1551. Look what they missed. Ladies and gentlemen, look what they missed. Look what they missed. Over the time when I told my friends and family and the people that I care about, my sphere of influence, they could have got in at 1105 an ounce. Today is 1551. Look what they missed. You don't have to miss it anymore. It's going to keep going. Gold is going to keep going up. Why? Because the governments keep printing paper. And the more dollars in circulation, the more gold has to sop up all that fake money. We're giving you an opportunity today to take some of that fake money and turn it into real money. Anybody ever heard of the gold standard? Type me if you've ever heard of the gold standard. Well, you know what the gold standard was? Our dollars were certificates that proved you could trade it for some gold. Well, Karatbars allows you to trade your dollars for some gold. You can become the We Buy Gold shop. Be your own We Acquire Gold shop. You really don't buy gold because gold is money. You don't buy money, right? So we acquire gold. This makes perfect sense. Everybody needs it and everybody should have it. So if you're saving money, stop saving cash, put your cash into gold and save gold. That's the key. So ladies and gentlemen, you don't have to beat me up and argue with me if this is true. In 1998, you could fill up a grocery cart with 20 bucks. By 2005, it was half a grocery cart. Today, they give you dadgum picnic baskets to shop with because they know that your cash is not going to spend what it used to. You can't fill up a picnic basket. You get a loaf of bread, a bottle of orange juice, a bottle of water, bag of chips, 2 apples, and $20 a shot. You might need to borrow some money to go to the grocery store these days. There's a store here in Georgia called Kroger. Anybody ever heard of Kroger? Don't ever go to Kroger without your Kroger Plus card. It's like somebody stuck a gun in your back and said, give me all your money. Folks, this is treacherous, but there's a way to fix it. If you had 1 gram of gold in 1971 and you cashed it in, you could buy 5 loaves of bread. Or you could take $1 to the grocery store and get 4 loaves of bread. A loaf of bread in 1971 cost 25 cents. Today, you can cash in a gram of gold and buy over 20 loaves of bread. If you're in South Africa, you can cash in a gram of gold and buy over 60 loaves of bread. But that dollar won't buy you a bread sandwich. The second rule, learn the millionaire's secret. The second rule of getting wealthy, you got to learn this secret. Pay yourself first. The difference between the poor middle class and the rich is the poor middle class, they spend when they get paid, they spend first, and then they try to save. The rich do the opposite. They save first, and then they spend what's left after saving or investing. And so, folks, this is simple. Save, share, and earn. Pay yourself first in an appreciating asset, which is gold. Exchange your declining paper dollars for gold. Generate residual income by referring others. Save, share, and earn. Somebody type that in the chat room. Save, share, and earn. Type it again. Save, share, earn. One more time for the people all the way in the back row. Save, share, and earn. That's all you got to do. That's all Karatbars is. And so it starts with gold. Save gold in small transaction-friendly increments. We have our own cryptocurrency, which is the wave of the financial future. We have our own cryptocurrency exchanges, our digital app, similar to PayPal, except it's with gold instead of paper. We have our own breakthrough blockchain technologies like our smartphone and our computers, the WIM and the K1. We have our own crypto bank. You'll hear more about that. Our own cash gold exchange machine where you can exchange cryptocurrency for physical gold dispensed right out of the machine. And we have our own dynamic blockchain. And if that weren't enough, Karatbars pays you to share. So you save for yourself, you share with others, and there are multiple ways to share, which I'm getting ready to share those multiple options with you, and you will earn. Let's talk about some of the options. First of all, it's free to join. There is no cost, period, to join Karatbars. I really get baffled and shook. I like to use Rashida One's word today. I like that word right now. I really get shook when people tell me no. Because which part are you saying no to? The savings part? The sharing part? Or the earning part? It's free to save, it's free to share, and it's free to earn. What part are you saying no to? I mean, there's some parts later on, I'm gonna tell you about them, that you might say, I don't wanna do that part, but they're all optional. You sign up for a free account. It costs you nothing ever. And all you're doing is exchanging those paper receipts called dollars, and you exchange it for gold for yourself. You don't sell anything, just save gold. So if you don't do anything else, just at least better. Multiple ways to get paid if you share. And why wouldn't you share? If it's free to join and all we're doing is exchanging paper for gold, you're going to keep that to yourself? Are you really that selfish? Save, share, and earn. Okay. So the best way to save, the first way to save is in the free position. We call it the unilevel. Save gold for yourself. Sponsor as many people as you'd like. We try to teach you to sponsor at least 5 because that will maximize the unilevel compensation plan. Sign up for a free account, save gold for yourself, tell as many people as possible, and they'll do whatever they do. It's not in your control. But sponsor at least 5 people, teach them what I'm teaching you, and you can earn up to 6% residual income paid out on the first of every month when the people you shared it with save. Amazing. It's so mind-blowing. It's taking all of my professionalism and restraint to sit in this chair and not just spin around and yell and scream at you. Save, share, and earn. It's an algorithm for success. Okay. Then what else? You get paid monthly through our unilevel compensation plan, and there are no levels. So this is not a multi-level compensation structure. There are no levels in this part of our compensation plan. The next way you're paid is if you want to earn more, type me. You like the free part and you get that part, but how many of you like more than once a month income? Type me if you would like to hear about how you can get paid more. Exactly, me. Okay, so let me show you how you can earn more if you choose to. Not mandatory, totally optional. None of us are going to force you to do it. If all you want to do is save for yourself, I might call you selfish for not sharing, but you can just save. If you share, you can make money in the free position. But if you want to make more, I'll show you more. Somebody type, show me the money. Okay, I'll show you. When you acquire a business package, you have now positioned yourself to get paid monthly and weekly through our dual system compensation plan. So how do you get started? You choose either one of our business packages, and we have about 13 to choose from. 4 of them are called physical packages, and that's because a physical package will be mailed to you. So if you choose the physical package, VIP, it's around $3,500 US, 3,017 euro. Choose that package. It will come with the contents that you see here. And that starts you at the top of the marketing plan. I like to start at the top because networking companies always put the best value at the top. So the VIP gives you the most bang for your buck. Starting at the top of the compensation plan, you're not leaving any money on the table. The second way to get started, if $3,500 is too much for you, the first thing you need to ask yourself is, what am I doing wrong financially that I've worked 30 years and I don't have $3,500? Because that means I hadn't been able to save $150 a year, okay? Something's not going right with that marketing plan that you're currently operating in. You need a different plan, but that's okay. Once you've, shaken off the cobwebs and you've gotten over the fact that you've been in a plan that's not working for 30 years, go down to the gold package, $1,700, one time out of pocket for life, and you're a gold member for life unless and until you buy a VIP package and get to the top of the marketing plan. But you can earn a fortune with the gold package, or if you can't afford that, get a silver package. It's only about $750. Okay? It's better than not having a business. And then if you can't do that, starter package. Almost everybody can do a starter package. $200 one time out of pocket for life. You have no monthly maintenance to run your business. A gentleman came over to fix my work, do some work on my home. He had to put gas in his truck. He had equipment that he had to pay for. He had man hours and labor. He had to buy some special fittings to go on something. He had some hard costs. And he had to charge me parts and labor. He has hard costs. He has business license and all this he has to pay for. And so he has some hard costs. In this business, there are no ongoing residual costs, just residual income. So start at the starter package at bronze. There's also an awesome way to get started in this business. If you don't want to choose one of these business packages and get all the tax deductions like a major corporation, you can also choose for a limited time one of our promotional packages. We have package one, which is $1,400 roughly, and it gives you the state-of-the-art voice over blockchain K1 smartphone. To me, this phone trounces the iPhone or the Android. It's just state-of-the-art. And the thing that's more important than everything other than the clear, like you can hold that clear one and it's got this little gold hue to it and you can see your hand through the phone. Like it is mind-blowing. Then we've got the black carbonite one and we've got the Army phone that looks like it's got the, what's the word, camouflage on it. And I love that. I think I ordered one of those too. But what's more important about the cool feature of this phone, it puts you in business and makes you a business owner. It also has that little diamond triangle, that triangle at the bottom that you can pull out and makes your phone unhackable. It makes that little pull out, that little separate, that part is a hard wallet. And it also comes out and it'll plug into another device, which I'll show you in a minute. But that 1400 package will make you a silver business owner. And then there's package number two, around $1,750. And this package gives you the smartphone, the K1 smartphone, our first iteration, K1. You know, there'll be a K2, 3, 4, 5, just like iPhone 10. This will continue for long periods of time. But that K1 phone gives you privacy. And privacy is the new order. But it also makes you a gold business package status holder. So you get gold business package status just by getting the 1750 package. And then there's package number three, 2,500 euro. That gives you the K1 smartphone, but it also makes you a VIP in the program. And then folks, there's package one with the WIM computer. How many of you saw that report? They got it off the news real fast. Boy, they wiped that thing out. The Pentagon helped Microsoft get rid of that report where Microsoft 10 got hacked and our communications, all computers in the whole world got hacked that had Microsoft 10. How many of you guys, oh man, I just got a notification. I need to, I'll talk about that later. Hey guys, I make money moves, man. My whole life is about dividends, residual, and building business. And that's where we need to be, on the right side of the cash flow quadrant. Forgive me for getting excited right there. If I black out the screen, it's because I'm about to make some money moves. Okay, but this is a money move. Package one, $2,600, one time out of pocket, gives you this WIM computer, and that chip plugs into the WIM computer. Okay, so you can take it out of your K1 phone and all of your private information is stored and plug it into that WIM computer. And it's got biometrics where it'll turn on by your fingerprint, unhackable. And it also makes you a VIP in the business. Get the computer, become a VIP. That's for a limited time. So I don't know when this promotion will end. Ladies and gentlemen, go hard, go fast, go now. And then there's a 5,200 WIM bundle. It gives you the computer and the phone and makes you a VIP. Is anybody excited besides me? Is anybody excited? I mean, this is, Melissa Schultz, I'm telling you, I can't take it. This takes all my professionalism. Tanisha Glaspie, you might need to come finish this. I'm trying my best. I'm not a real good presenter and I'm not a real good trainer because I'm a little wired. I've been doing this for 6 years. I've been free with this stuff for 6 years. And so I'm not just coming from a place of excitement because of something I saw. I'm coming from a place of someone who saw it, signed up, did it, retired from my job in 103 days as a mortgage banker with Wells Fargo, and been living a free life for 6 years as of March 3rd this year. This is recorded on Facebook. It'll be on Facebook on whoever page is streaming it live right now. Ronald Newton just said he got a text from someone who wants to join. If someone typed your name in the chat room and wanted you to watch this, you watch this and you get back with that person that invited you to this. Don't come back to me if it wasn't on my page. Get back with the person that shared it with you on their page and type your name in that chat room and get started right now. It's free to join. You can sign up while I'm talking. Let's go. This thing is fired up and firing me up, man. Woo. Okay, did I skip a slide? I did. Okay, I'm getting too excited. All right, so that's the one computer. And that gets your business package set up. And now you're going to turn on multiple streams of income through this one business. Okay, direct commission, direct bonus. That means once you get a package, unlike the free position, you can't get direct commission. Once you get a package, you now qualify for direct commission. Anytime you share this with anyone, you share this video that we're showing on Facebook Live, and they say, I want to get started. You shared it on your page. They looked at it. They say, I love this. They want to get started. They sign up. They get a business package. You earn 10%. Woo! And then they tell someone, they get 10%, you get 3%. And then your second generation tells people they get 10%. The people that told them get 3, you get 2. Folks, that's called leverage. I'd rather have 1% of 100 people's efforts than 100% of my own. So just do the math. Look, let's look at it like this. You sign up 10 people. Now let's ask a question. Those of you that are in Karatbars, how many people have you sponsored? Type it in the chat room. Let's see if 10 is too big of a number. Let's see if 10 is too big of a number. Type it in the chat room. 215 here on Gold Rocks, 25, 70, 130, 18. Tanisha sponsored over 500 people, most of them on Facebook. 360, 10, 75, 20. Keith Muhammad, 52. Larry Wiggins Bay, 415. Marie Stafford, 465. Okay, Tahir says 0, but that's okay, because keep going, Tahir. You will sponsor people. 178. Moses Shuffner, 10. 93, 37. Vernon King, 101, 60. 300, 84, Anastasia Dallas, Tony Wyatt, 84, 47, 175, 460, Lakeisha McKnight, 90-something, Melissa Schultz, 110, Finance Parkinson, 2, Eunice Shaw, 60 for Yemi. Folks, you can sponsor 10. You see the numbers? I'm not making these folks type this in. John Rashid, 15, 109 for Macedon. You can sponsor 10. Tanisha Glassby, over 500 people on Facebook that you're watching right now. Khadijah Roberts, 24 people. Sarah Voorhees, 33. Eugene Arnold, 55. Ladies and gentlemen, 95 for Dawood Hassan. Matthew Taylor, 354 in his personal, 57 in his business account. That's right, you can have 2 accounts, personal and an LLC business account. Demi Sanya sponsored 120. Folks are Monica Logan, over 220. In our total organization. Kayason Johnson, 45. Annaline Corsicus, 118. Linda Johnson Spence, 83. I'm going to start reading the numbers, but I just want to prove it. 10 is the number I'm going to use in this example. That means you'll get 10% direct commissions for you. You'll get 10% direct commissions for you when they get a package. Why wouldn't they get a package? It speeds up your income. And then they each sponsor 10. That means 100 people on your second generation that pay you a 3% direct commission. You got 3% from 100 people's efforts. And those 100 people tell 10 each. That's 1,000 people. Ladies and gentlemen, one of the wealthiest men in the world said, I'd rather have 1% of 100 people's efforts. I just showed you how to get 2% of 1,000 people's efforts. That's a typo there. It says 3%, but it's 2%. But you get the point. And then we have the dual team. The dual team. And in the dual team, you have 2 teams, left team and a right team. Those of you that I sent this presentation to, make sure you go in and fix that typo. I apologize for that. But every time you sponsor anyone, they fall either automatically, either on your left or right teams. It sets up an automatic placement in a dual team. And when you have 25 units on one team and 50 units on the other team, it creates what's called a dual team payout. Everything has a unit value: a gram of gold, a tenth of a gram of cash gold, a business package, a WIM computer, a K1 phone, a CEM computer. Everything has a unit value. And when it accumulates 50 units on one team, 25 on the other, to infinity, it pays you a dual team payout based on which package you have, and you can earn up to €80 per payout based on that package. I will do it, Kelvin. We're going to make it, Mr. Berger, Rodney Berger, if you're watching this, please go into that slide and fix that 3% on the third generation, make it 2%. Mr. Berger is going to put it on Wealth Builders Worldwide, so all of you guys can just go there and freely download this presentation. So don't worry about it. It will be available to the world. Okay, and based on the package you chose, you can choose your level of income. Like if you get a job and they say it pays $20 an hour, you can't say, well, I want to take the $40 an hour position. You take the one that is available to you. But in Karatbars, you choose your level of income. That's why we say VIP is the place to be. You can earn up to 180,000 dual team payouts per week. Folks, I don't know what kind of math you're doing, but if the payout, this says 40, 50, 60, or 80, if the payout was $1, you could max out at $180,000 a week in $1 payouts. Thank goodness it's not $1, but that just goes to show you the simple math. And regardless of the package you start at, if you sponsor 5 people within your first 5 weeks of getting your package, the company upgrades you to the next highest status for free. And you can get 2 upgrades within your first 5 weeks. So just take off running. Now, there's another option, and it's a phenomenal option. You don't have to do it, but it's available. It's called the multi-pack. And man, is this a multi-pack, okay? It's an optional digital package. Nothing will be shipped to you. And if you're brand new and you choose to start here, it gives you status just like the physical package. But you earn dual team matching bonuses with this package. You also earn what are called e-points, like e-bucks. You also earn free cash gold, and you also earn direct commissions with these multi-packs. Now let's talk about what they are. So first of all, when you purchase a multi-package and you choose one of the ones that has it, it has certain packages that will open up dual team matching bonuses. And if you're a bronze with your package, it opens up 2 dual team matching bonuses. What that means is anytime it's already there, Ms. Glaspie. It's already there. Mr. Berger, make sure that typo is fixed. You may have to take it down and put it back up, Mr. Berger. So make sure it's there. Make sure it's fixed. Check with him, Ms. Glaspie, on that real quick if you have to text him. I don't want anybody to have to fix that on their own if you're not proficient with PowerPoint. So if you're bronze, it compresses 2 generations of matching bonuses. Silver compresses 3. And Mr. Berger, did you correct that error for me? Gold compresses 5 generations, and VIP compresses 7 generations. Yes, Mr. Hubbard, I can't calm down, so don't even waste your breath telling me this is too good. My energy is just, I actually am calm right now. This is actually calm. Like I'm pretending right now. If I was talking about this like I wanted to, I would have to stand up and present it, okay? Way to go, Mr. Berger. Thank you for doing that for me, brother. All right, 7 compressed generations. What is compression? Well, if someone on the 4th generation, like you sponsor a person who sponsors a person, who sponsors a person, who sponsors a person, if the person on your 4th generation doesn't do the multi-pack, then the person on your 5th generation becomes 4. That's compression. It keeps you having a full 7 generations in case certain people choose not to participate. It's not mandatory to participate in this. It's just extra money and extra assets. It also gives you e-points. So if you choose one of the packages, it will give you matches of other people who choose the package. In other words, if you choose a 75-euro multi-pack, then every person you sponsor who gets a 75-euro multi-pack, you'll get 20 e-points. And the e-points can be accumulated to purchase electronics within our e-commerce system. So for example, that K1 phone costs 5,000 euro. 5,000 e-points. So you'll get 240 e-points just for buying the 75-euro package. And you can accumulate these by sponsoring other people who get the 75-euro package. If you choose a 150-euro package, it will come with tons of e-points for the package, but you also get 20 e-points for anyone within your organization because it makes you a bronze. It gives you 2 levels of 20 e-points for anyone who comes within your 2 generations with the 75 euro e-package. It also gives you 40 euro for anyone who shows up in your organization between 2 generations with a 150 e-package. And then if you get the 285 multi-package, it makes you a bronze. So you've got 2 generations. Anyone within your 2 compressed generations with 75, you get 20 e-points. Anyone who gets a 150, you get 40 e-points. Anyone who gets a 285, you get 60 e-points. Guys, let me show you something real quick. Just real quick, do the math. Back to this. If you sponsor 10 people, who sponsored 10, who sponsored 10, that means on that second generation, you'll have 100 people. And if 100 people get a 75 euro e-package, that'll be 100 times 20. So that means you'll have 2,000 e-points on your second generation. That's amazing. That's absolutely mind-boggling. That's utilizing the efforts of other people, like J. Paul Getty taught us. If you get a 575, it makes you a silver. It gives you 20 e-points for all 75 euro, 40 e-points for all 150 euro multi-packs, 60 e-points for all 285 e-packs, and 120 e-points for anybody who gets a 575 multi-pack. If you get a 1950, it makes you a gold, 20, 40, 60, 120, and 350. If you get a 3750, it makes you a VIP, 7 generations of matches, 20, 40, 60, 120, 350, and 550 respectively. And if you get a 7500, it makes you a VIP, 20, 40, 60, 120, 350, 550, and 900 e-points for anyone within 7 generations of matching e-points. Now, here's something else that's powerful. You qualify for 1 full month of match for packages 1 through 4, 3 months of qualification for package number 5. There's some volume that is required to qualify as well, but it's easy volume to accomplish. And then there's 6 months for the 3750 and 7500 for the 12 months for the 7500. And we'll teach you the small print in training. It takes a little long to go through that on this brief platform. You also get free gold match. That means you can get up. I literally, with Dr. Sergio Rosell, went into my back office today, and we just started this program, ladies and gentlemen, 3 days ago, and I had already accumulated 3.5 grams of gold. Already, in 3 days, accumulated 3.5 grams of free gold already. You can't quantify. After a month of people getting these packages, it'll be ounces. It'll be ounces. It only takes 31.1 grams to equal an ounce. I accumulated 3.5 free grams of gold during our sleep, going to lunch with my wife, hanging out with my kids, doing whatever I want to do, and it's generating 3.5 free grams of gold just in this little teeny tiny part of the comp plan. Ladies and gentlemen, there's nothing like this. Get serious. There's nothing like it. And then the company gives you long-term incentives like leather bags, Mont Blanc pins, gold bracelets. I'm literally wearing that watch on my arm. Let me stop this stream and show you. I'm literally wearing that watch. That's not a boast. It's an encouragement that I'm wearing that watch on my arm. That's the Submariner Rolex given to me in person by Dr. Harold Constantine Seitz. He gave it to me. I forgot where was I? I was in Dubai at the Dubai celebration. He gave me that watch personally. That's what this company will do for you. A job, you work 40, 45 years, they'll give you a time X, Karatbars, while only in the business 3 years at the time, maybe 4 years, Rolex. Not $1 out of my pocket. This is my everyday watch. I wear this thing with pride. I love Harold Seitz for what he has done for the world. And you can win cars. My golden system is Nitsa Nakos. Ladies and gentlemen, she has won all 3 of these cars. All 3 of them. My golden brother, Golden Rockstar, he won the Mercedes-Benz. Nitsa's sponsor, Stefan, won his Mercedes when we were in, wherever we were last. Somebody help me. Where were we last? The last country we were in. and we're in Amsterdam. We were in Madrid, Spain. That's where we were. He won his in Madrid. So this is the real deal. We're not telling you something we heard. Do you receive the gold now? Yes, you do. You can store the gold for free in your gold savings account, store it for you in our vaults in Stuttgart, or you can have it shipped to you via FedEx. That's our shipping partner. They ship the gold straight to your door for signature delivery. So you can store it and internationally, or you can have it shipped to you for free, paying a small shipping cost, and that gold is shipped to your door for signature delivery. Folks, there's nothing like this, right? You can do this. Save, share, and earn. And then how do you earn? Well, how do they pay us? They pay us on our privately issued global MasterCard. Now, you want to find out if this program is legitimate, you need to find out who we do business with. And a huge pillar of credibility is our MasterCard from MasterCard Corporation. Folks, take a look at that card. You see Karatbars logo and MasterCard's logo on the same card, paying affiliates in 146 countries where we do business currently. So Christopher Childbay won the leather bag. This works. And then you also earn some of your commissions in physical gold, stored for free in your vaults, in your gold savings account. And if you want to have it shipped home, you select delivery, and that gold is shipped to your door. So we're paid in cash and gold. Save in gold, get paid in cash and gold, share with others, and earn while you learn. That's Karatbars. And I already told you, every single human being on the planet needs to save gold. So you're one of three types of people after seeing this presentation. You say, you know what? You had me at gold. I'm ready. Get back with the person that shared this on their Facebook page. Let them know you're ready to get started building your wealth with Karatbars. Whether it's just saving gold or sharing in the free position or getting a business package or getting a multi-package and benefiting from all those benefits, you choose your level. But get started right now with the person that shared this presentation with you. The second type, you have some questions. You know what? I'm going to log off of this Facebook Live and I'm doing a Q&A at goldrocks.info. Get your free account and come on over. I'll be answering questions for about, let's see, it's 1:44. I'll be answering questions for about 45 minutes to an hour. Let's see how much energy I have. I got my little sandwich here, so I'm going to be lunch and learn, okay? So we're going to be having lunch together and we're going to be answering some questions. So if you don't mind me smacking in your ear while I answer your questions, I know we're going to have a bunch of other leaders over there. Probably, I won't call names, but we'll see if we can get Cheryl-Ann Gober on there with me. I see her here on Facebook. Maybe Cheryl-Ann can come to goldrocks.info. Tanisha Glaspie, keep your eye out on her and see if she sneaks in. Don't let her get away. She can help us with the Q&A session today. Get your questions answered. Let's get you started. And then the third type, you say it's not for you. I don't know which part's not for you, the saving part or the making money part or the sharing part, but at least get you a free gold savings account, because everybody typed me when I said you'd rather save gold than cash. Everybody said me. So get your free account and start saving gold and building a legacy for you and your family. Get started today. Get back with the person that shared this with you. Register for your free account now. Visit all of our free webinars, all of our live meetings and conferences, and use the team pages and all of our affiliate tools, and stay plugged in. My gosh, the most important part of everything I said. You're not going to understand everything in one setting, but if you stay plugged in, you're going to get the information. You are in business for yourself, but not by yourself. And as my big brother and my mentor, my business partner, Mr. Ty Best, the author of the Dream Chaser Manifesto, always says, what is your why? Dream bigger and don't let anyone steal your dream. This has been Mike Dalcoe, the CEO, continuously empowering others. And we'll see you guys on the white sandy beaches of the world. Have a great day.